Being great at sales is essential to your business and your career, but you and I both know that the stress of selling and dealing with constant rejection can be an emotional drain. My entire brand, No BS Selling, is based on the belief that professional sales is a skill and not a personality, and that to be better at sales takes constant refinement and a dedication to your craft. This show is for salespeople and entrepreneurs who are committed to improving their sales skills and getting better results, and are sick and tired of the BS game that often happens between buyers and sellers. Welcome to the No BS Sales Podcast, and I'm your host, Walker McKay. I'll help you and your sales team make selling easier, feel less cheesy, and be more lucrative. It's time to change the rules and level the playing field between you and the people you sell to. You're already good, let's be better.
Welcome to No BS Sales School, and I'm your host, Walker McKay. I'm going to ask your permission to rant a little bit. I am pissed off today. My butt is burned. I talked to 3 people this morning, 3 people, and I'm prospecting, right? Like I do every freaking day, I'm prospecting. I talked to 3 people this morning that said, we don't really sell, we just have relationships. That is the biggest crock of shit I hear in selling. We just have it's all about the relationship. We don't really sell. Bullshit. And it's one of the worst things you can tell brand new salespeople. All you have to do is just go make relationships, because all you're freaking telling those people is when they start is, well, sorry, I've got clients you don't, better go make some. And then they go back to how'd they make friends in college? How'd they make friends in high school? Well, you're nice to people. Maybe you drop by and you drop off a little gift, right? Maybe some donuts. And then you call and see how they're doing. And then you keep dropping by. And then you're working on that relationship. And maybe a couple years later, those people will do business with you. Well, guess what? The people that followed that advice, it's all about the relationship. They can't close shit because they confuse making friends with making healthy business, building healthy business relationships. You guys know this. You've heard me talk about this before. The thing about making friends is the end in itself. That's the goal of a friendship. It's just the friendship itself. There's nothing more to it. And yet, somehow we think being nice to people and going to be friendly with them, invite them to lunch, maybe play golf and have them like me, and that way they'll freaking buy from me. That's bullshit. Maybe it works. Doesn't work much. Not a really great business development plan. You can spend a hell of a lot of time doing that. That's why your sales cycle is so damn long. Because you're spending so much time just being nice to people to build a relationship. Understand what is going on in your head when you hear this, when you're afraid to ask people tough business questions, when you're afraid to have real conversations with people. You are keeping yourself from making sales. Or in a best case scenario, the reason you're getting sales is they'll let you bid on it too. Why don't you give me a price? And then you think, wow, the relationship is working. Bullshit. What I want you to think about is every single person you're calling on has problems. Every single one. Most of them don't know what good looks like in whatever it is that you do. All they know is what they've been getting. And every salesperson out there sells the same damn way, except people that work with me. They come in, try and make friends. What do we have in common? You like Clemson, I like Clemson. We should go play golf someday. Okay, that's great. Then we call back and say, hey, how's it going? Fine. How's your family? Fine. Okay, just checking in. Just checking in, just see if there was anything. Anything I can do for you? No, okay. I'll call back and just check in. You mind if I call you back? Bullshit. That is what 98% of salespeople do. Just checking in. Let's see if we can still be friends. The way that you build healthy business relationships, which is how you build a healthy business, by the way, is you go have real conversations with people. Nobody gives a shit what you have in common with them. They don't care. What people care about is that you understand what's going on with them. You understand what some of their problems are and that you know how to fix it. Quite frankly, they don't give a shit if you know how to fix it if they don't think you understand their problems. You can be mediocre at what you do and people will still hire you and pay big money if they think you understand them. This does not come from having dinner and sharing about children and blah, 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 blah. It's understanding their business. Are you willing to have business conversations with people? I was on the phone this morning with somebody, a really nice guy. He was just starting out in business development. Somebody referred me to him. He'd been selling for a couple other companies, but now he had a new job, so he's got no pain because it's going to be different this time. It's all about relationships. And he said, it just takes a long time. It could take 18 months for one of these things to land. I said, how long are they paying you? He said, I'm on a base and a draw for 18 months. Well, no shit. Right? So your boss has already set the precedent. It could take 18 months to close one of these things, which means you're just sitting around delivering damn donuts or virtual donuts, and you can't even deliver donuts anymore. Giving yourself a reason, an excuse why this is so hard. Comes down to having a high need for approval, where you desperately want people to like you, where you look for your value to come from other people's accolades, where you want other people to say, you're okay, you're a nice guy, and therefore I will do business with you. You're a nice guy, I will do business with you. Bullshit. People don't do business with you because you're nice. They do business with you because they hope you can solve a problem they have. And the better you are at helping them figure out exactly what that problem is and exactly how that's impacting them personally, the more loyal they'll be to you. Ask most of my clients. We're not friends. We're not. I love them. Maybe if I run into them, I have a beer with them sometime. Don't take this the wrong way. They're great folks. I got plenty of friends. I don't come to work to make more friends. I come to work to make money and help people. And if there's somebody that I don't want to have dinner with, I don't give a shit. That suits me fine. Most people I don't want to have dinner with. Maybe I'm just grumpy because of this damn coronavirus. I don't know. But it just bugs the shit out of me. High need for approval comes from our inner fear that we're not good enough, that somehow we're not good enough, strong enough to make it. And so therefore, in order to make it, we need to be nice to people and try and make friends. Because if you're nice to people, it means you do what they want you to do. If you do what they want you to do, it means go back and get them some free consulting, bring them a price, cut your price. And then they'll be your friend. I mean, really, don't you already have enough friends? Don't you have enough people that you can rely on to love you and count on you, that you can rely on and count on? Really, do you need more? Get a dog if you need more friends. Go to work to have real conversations with people. Sometimes they're tough conversations. Because most people tell you, I'm fine. No, we're good. I'm fine. Of course they're fine. You know why? Because they don't want to talk to you because you're just like everybody else. That's what they think. If you're just coming to try and make friends, looking at pictures around their office, see what you have in common with them, you're of zero value. There is zero value in having something in common with your prospect. Zero. We can think it is. Somebody made that shit up years ago. It's cheesy. People see it happening all the time. Right now, ain't nobody got the time. Even during this COVID thing, who gives a shit? Our job right now is to go out into the marketplace, make phone calls. Here's another one I got this morning. I'm emailing people and I'm going to send them emails and then I'm going to call them and then I can say, hey, did you get my email? Then they can reference it. They'll know who I am. Bullshit. Pick up the phone. Leave voicemails. People are not reading your flipping emails. They're not reading them. It's not helping you sell anything. I know I get about 200 emails a day. I read about 7. And if I read one from you last week, don't take this the wrong way. I probably don't remember you emailed me. I got too much other shit going on. If you want to talk to somebody, pick up the phone. And when you pick up the phone, be kind, challenge people. Of course, ask them how they're doing, how's their family, how's this impacting their business. Then ask them if they're open to have a business conversation. And then have a business conversation. Challenge them on things. Ask them what's working and what's not. Ask them what a reason is. What's the reason they might spend a penny or $1 more than what they're spending right now to get what they're getting. And then whatever answer they tell them that's bullshit. They wouldn't really do that. See, people are starved for real conversations. They have bullshit conversations all the time. Your value is in your willingness to have tougher conversations. To not just call me, hey, how are you? I'm just checking in. You're worthless if you do that. You're adding nothing and you're wasting your time and other people's time. And if you're getting a salary, you're wasting your company's money. Pick up the phone, call people. Start calling now. Now's a great time to start. I don't care what time of day it is. Pick up the phone and call people. The goal of your call should be to perhaps set a Zoom meeting or to set a time when you can get together to have a business conversation if they won't have it right there. Chances are you're not going to get face-to-face with people. Even if the economy's open, chances are you're not going to get face-to-face with people. So you need to get comfortable using the technology that's available. Zoom, Google Chat, whatever the hell that is. If you're going to get face-to-face people, you're going to be outside, you're going to be 12 feet apart, and that's fine. I laugh at the people who say, oh, you get me in front of them, I'll close them. Get me in front of them, I'll close them. All that tells me is they don't prospect or they don't prospect enough. Good luck getting in front of people now, unless you're in the outside business and you stand 12 feet away. Learn to prospect, learn to close business, learn not to give a shit if somebody likes you or not. Your job is to have somebody trust you enough to give you money to make a problem go away. Trust you enough to give you money to make a problem go away. And if you never have dinner with them, you never learn their kids' names, but you've helped them solve a problem, chances are people will recommend you to other people. Is it just me, or do y'all have any friends that maybe they're great? And maybe you spend time with them back when we used to be able to spend time with people. And you like them, and you know their wife, you know their kids, but if you had a problem in their line of work, want something that they could solve, they'd be the last damn person you'd call because they're just not the right ones. Am I the only one that thinks that? Am I the only one that has friends like that? Not all of my friends are upstanding citizens that I want to be working in my business. I mean, I do end up becoming friends with some people I work with, some people that I'm clients of, some people are clients of mine, some of my dearest friends, but that's not the goal. That's not the goal at all. The goal is to see if I can help them solve a problem and get paid to do it. Free consulting sucks. That's what nice people do. Free consulting. Free consulting is for wimps. Get paid for what you do. Don't give that shit away, because when you give it away, people put no value in it. How do you do that? Well, the first thing is people have to see you as being different than every other kiss-ass salesperson that comes by. And if sales is all about relationships, then how come the last great relationship you had that let you go? What happened there? See, now you get hurt twice because you thought y'all were friends and they let you go because somebody else came in with a lower price. Or maybe you saved the deal by cutting your price so you wouldn't lose the relationship. How's that relationship working out for you now? The reason people do that is because you're not providing value. They don't see the value that you're providing. You're a commodity. By the way, your business is only a commodity if you make it one. If you're just kind and if you're just nice and do everything people say, you're going to get freaking killed. Stand in the middle of the road, you're going to get run over. Be willing to say yes or no. Be willing to turn people down. Be willing to tell people, look, I don't think this is the right fit, or I'd love to be able to help you, but I can't. Chances are we're not going to be the cheapest. We're not going to be close to cheapest and probably the most expensive. And then ask them, if you had to think of a reason you'd pay the most money in the marketplace for something, what would that have to be? And figure out if you can do that. Or you want to do that. Not right for everybody. You're on equal footing. You don't need to kiss people's ass to get business. Don't take me too literally. Don't be a jerk. I'm not a jerk when I'm talking to people, mostly. Prospects. But I am real. I am direct. And you can be too. People appreciate that. It's such a pattern interrupt anymore. It's such a pattern interrupt when people are direct and they tell the truth and they act like themselves. Well, don't act like yourself. But when you tell the truth and when you're straight up and people know that you're no BS, that's what I teach my clients. How to be straight up with people. Don't play the frickin' games that people want you to play, because you'll lose every damn time. Whether you recognize it or not, it's a shitty game. Don't play by their rules. Reading something yesterday that talked about the only thing we really own in our whole life is our time. Right? That everything else is just an illusion. We're born, we're put on this planet. Sometimes we accumulate things and then we die and they're all gone. They're no longer ours. And soon they have no even resemblance to us or no tie to us at all. But you do control your time. Every minute you spend on this planet is up to you to decide what to do. And nobody can tell you otherwise. Except for the federal government tells you to stay in your house and wear a freaking mask. But the time's up to you, what you do with it. And if you want to spend your time being a kiss ass to people who then beat you up on price, go ahead. If you want people to outmaneuver you because they don't care nearly so much about being nice as you do, the ones that are kind at least will say, hey, look, we can't do business with you. We only want the cheapest price, and that's not going to be you. That's how they can be kind to you, so you don't have to fill out those damn RFPs or do bids for stuff you're never going to get. When you go meet with people, talk to them, find out, why do you pick certain people? I bet 9 times out of 10, they'll say, well, the relationship. They don't say that shit. This is not true. Most salespeople value the relationship much more than the buyer does. Maybe they've been doing it 20 years, whatever, that's fine, right? But chances are, I don't care what business you're in. Everybody's like, oh, not my business. Relationships, bullshit. That helps you get in the door. That may help you a little bit. Being a kind person will help you. Being competent will help you. And maybe there are a few cases, probably not yours, where there is a long-standing, but it's a business relationship, much more so than a personal relationship. Maybe it's turned into one. All right, I'm off my stool now. Recognize your high need for approval. Recognize where it is you effectively begging to get business. And I want you to realize that it is not your job to go make new friends. You do not get paid to make new friends. You can have all you want for free. And that's the goal of a friendship. To go create healthy business relationships, go have business conversations about the stuff that they like and the stuff they don't like and what they're committed to fix and what they're not committed to fix. Sounds easy, it's not. I help people with that every single day. A lot of guys that are already super successful that come to me and say, I'm doing well, I'm making $500,000 a year, I'm making $600,000 a year, but I sure would love not to have all the hassle I'm having right now. Or it's entrepreneurs who are growing their business and say, man, I'm selling, but I'm doing a lot of proposals and I'm getting beat up. I don't understand the game. I don't understand the game. I help people understand the game. And how you can win, or at least have a fair shot, has nothing to do with being nice. So I started a new program a couple weeks ago. You may have heard me mention it. It's called the sales accelerator, one-on-one sales accelerator for entrepreneurs and higher level salespeople who are looking for a coach, a one-on-one coach, to help them figure out the rules of the game. How can they win at the game? This is designed for people that if they really got the sales part right, they could make another $100,000 a year for themselves easy this year if they could figure out the sales game. They're the kind of people that realize that COVID, no COVID, they've still got to make a living. They still want to win. They still want to be at the top of the leaderboard. They want to crush their competition no matter what the hell's going on. So I started this program, the Sales Accelerator. It's a 12-week, 3-month intensive coaching program. And I screen a lot for this, right? I've now interviewed 7 people. I've taken 1 as client. Taken 1. I'm only having 6 spots total. I got 5 spots left. I must have scared people off. But they weren't the right fit. They weren't committed to be better. They weren't committed to do whatever it took to get better. People are afraid of hard work. Understand, it's not just hard work. It's not doing stupid shit. It's not chasing people. Showing people how you can negotiate without giving up. Showing people how you can set the rules, how you really can stand with equal business stature, how you can be direct with people. How to do that. You know who I love working with? People that say, oh, I'm no good at sales. I don't have the personality. Right. I think people that have the personality for sales often means they're just too nice and they talk too damn much. People can see them coming a mile away. I don't want you to have a personality for sales. What I want you to have is an attitude that I got to figure this out. I'm going to win at this. And when I do that, I'm going to make a hell of a lot more money. If you want to talk to me about the one-on-one sales accelerator, send me an email, walker@walkermckay.com. Call me, 803-917-2817. You probably won't do that. It's too gutsy. That'd be too hard. You have to have a no BS conversation with me. And quite frankly, you got to realize when you call me, I'm not going to try and sell you anything. I'm going to try and talk you out of it like I did 6 other people. And I'm glad I did then. Have a conversation with me. See if you're game for that. You're gutsy enough for that. I won't try and be your friend, but I will shoot you straight. Who else in your life is shooting you straight? Who else in your business life is your coach, your mentor, who challenges you right now and says, why the hell are you doing that? I'm really happy everybody else in your business does it that way. Why the hell are you doing it that way? It's not working. And here's what does work. Here's what does work. If you want that kind of help, if you want somebody to guide you through your career, guide you for the next 3 to 6 months, and help you kick ass when everybody else is sitting around whining, email me, walker@walkermckay.com. Let's set up a quick 28-minute consultation, free. Decide whether or not we're a good fit for each other. Chances are we won't be. Conversation, no charge. WS sales team, I love you. Thanks for listening to my rant. I feel better already. I'm going to get back on the phone and prospect. And if one more person says, it's all about relationships, we need to rip their effing head off. Be healthy. If your family stays healthy, keep prospecting, keep moving. Talk to you next week.